buying a home and you've been watching the news lately as far as what's happening to the real estate agents out there and what's happening to the real estate commissions and what the world's going on, I'm going to cut through all that garbage right now. If you're buying a home, here's the bottom line. Starting in July of this year, 2024, your agent is going to sit down with you and present you with an agreement that says you are paying your agent a dollar figure or a certain percentage of the purchase price. I'm going to make a number up. You're paying your agent $5,000. To use a real estate agent as a buyer, you go out there to buy a home, you're going to have to pay your agent $5,000. Now, don't hold me to $5,000. It's going to be $1,000, it could be $10,000, it's going to be some number out there, okay? 20, who knows, okay? You have to pay your agent. So now if you're looking to go buy a home, the question becomes, okay, wait a second. This is the biggest question I always get from people looking to buy homes. How much money do you need? Starting in July, traditionally and historically since 1996, the buyer's agent, that's your real estate agent as a home buyer, your agent was paid by the seller of the home. That could still occur. It still can occur. That wasn't found to be illegal or anything. The changes that have occurred, not that you watch CNN, I mean, I just pull up my phone, like I lit my phone here, I just Googled it. This is CNN.com. The 6% commission on buying or selling the home is gone, okay? It's all garbage, okay? You watch the news right now, they're going to make it sound like the whole world's exploded. It hasn't. What's changing is before, your agent as a buyer would sit you down and say, here's a document, sign this, you have to pay me $10,000, okay? Starting in July, they're going to. Now, that's all that's going to happen. So that's it, okay? That's all that's going to happen. So the question then becomes, holy crap, what do you do? Okay, here's what you do. You do the same thing that everybody for decades and decades and decades before has done. One, you either come up with the money, so it's either checking, savings, or 401k. You go get a gift from a family member, your parents or grandparents, something like that. When it comes to the real estate commission, you could put it on a credit card. Okay, you could. Or, this will sound crazy, do it the way it's been done for a century before. Negotiate with the seller to have the seller covered, okay? So before you panic and lose your mind over, oh my God, starting in July, what in the world happens? I've seen articles that say buyers will be saddled with more fees and buyers can't afford this. And I'm not going to make this video what my opinion of that lawsuit is. You could probably take a guess at it if you want to really guess. But anyways, don't worry about that, okay? Understand this. As a buyer, you want to have a real estate agent. When you're buying a home, you're going to want a home inspection. You're going to need a due diligence period. That means time to go through with an inspection, make sure the house is the way you want it. You're going to have to give earnest money. You're going to need financing. There's something called financing contingencies. You have to set up a closing date. You have to do something called a walkthrough. You're going to have something called the removal of contingencies. There's so many things that happen. And that's not even counting the seller's getting a divorce halfway through the transaction. The seller starts getting a divorce and now everything's on hold. The seller went bankrupt, third, foreclosure. That's not even counting that stuff. You need an agent. Now, technically, you don't. Just like this one. Watch this one. I'm on my phone again. Okay, watch this one. WebMD. Can I do brain surgery on myself? How to do a brain surgery. You could actually pull off online how to do brain surgery on yourself. Okay, so do you need to really use a brain surgeon? Technically, no. So if I were to say you need a brain surgeon, maybe someone's going to sue me and say, Khash told us we had to. No, you don't. You can go do it yourself in the garage, okay? Anyways, I don't recommend it, though. Go to a professional. There's a billion reasons why you should use a brain surgeon who's done this for a living and not just pulling it up on WebMD out of your phone, okay? Much like real estate, use a real estate agent. There's so many things they're going to do for you. Is one of them show you a document that they're going to charge you a fee? Yes, but it's always been like that. It just hasn't been disclosed or presented like that in the past, okay? There has not been a day that when a buyer said to me, and I'm not a real estate, I'm mortgage on it, when they tell me, Khash, how does my agent get paid? You know what I'd say? Your agent gets paid out of the proceeds from the sale of the cell. It wasn't some secret that we weren't telling people and like hiding from them. No, it was coming from the seller's proceeds. So when you're sitting here watching and your agent sits you out to pay you only 3% of the purchase price, and if you have $300,000, it's $9,000. Well, you guys here says, hey, listen, if I find a house for $300,000, should we make it $309,000? And the seller paid the $9,000, and the answer is yes. Now, there's certain other contingencies and things we have to look into on that. This won't be the video for it. But overall, that's the big change coming. Don't buy all this news. Don't get scared by it. Don't get terrified by it. It's not World War X out there. So again, the whole real estate industry is not going under. The law, what's going to change is they're going to present the information differently. And if you're working with the right people, the right lenders who can properly educate you on how this goes, nothing bad is happening. This is a great time in housing. This will be a great decade in housing. Keep following my videos for tips as a buyer or whatever you're looking to do in real estate. And I'll catch you on the next one.